So intro time. Hello. So if you're new here, my name is Manuel Gonzalez. I am a PhD student here at Wayne State University in Detroit, Michigan, and I am in the English department in the RecCom division. I am in the science and technology side of things, and my concentration is generative AI and post-secondary education. And if you're new here, this YouTube channel is primarily talking about a week in the life as a PhD student, showing you the ups, the downs, the lefts, and the rights in terms of like the positivity, the negativities, my successes, my crash outs, and everything in between. Hopefully, if you enjoy the channel, you stay, you have a good time, and you continue watching. And if you're a returning person who has been following my journey throughout the whole way, then thank you for returning, thank you for being here, and also thank you for sticking with me on the whole roller coaster turbulence that I've been going through. Guess who is here? Everybody is here now. Look at them. Look. Wow. They're putting... And then we have Sebastian over here. Hi, Sebastian.
Oh, hello there.
But update in general, kind of detrimental, was that my advisor, Dr. Jeff Pushnik, finally he finally graded my paper, my composition theory final, and I got a perfect score, 40 out of 30. 40 out of 40. Anyhow, I was saying that I got a 40 out of 40 in my final, which is wonderful. But the thing is that I have my Canvas notifications activated on my phone, and so while I was driving and picking up my family, he was doing the corrections to my thing, or the annotations in my thing, and look at all those annotations. He did 70 of them, 70. And that is like crazy. And so I was like, oh my God, this guy probably thinks that it sucks. He's like trashing it and blah, blah, blah. And so while he was doing the annotations and I was picking up my stuff at Target and like Walgreens and et cetera, he texted me saying like, can you meet on Friday for a conference meeting between you and me? And I was like, oh God. And so I texted him back being like, oh my God, is it that shit? Is it terrible? And then he's like, no, this is completely unrelated. I just want to see how you are doing as a person or whatever, how your semester went and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh God, thank God. Now we're coming together. Look at all these, Look at all these people. How do you feel?
Bien.
Bien.
Feliz, contenta, sí.
Es un canal en inglés, so you have to talk English. How do you feel? You feel okay? You feel bad? What?
Good. Happy.
The one guy that is not doing anything, but his whole sole purpose, his job, is to find somewhere to eat, has still not even bothered to find anything right now. I am whispering because my mom is in that room and my little brother's on my living room. And so I don't want to wake him. But let's try to do something nice. And I'm going to make myself my espresso. And I'm going to make my mom a coffee. Alright, so the coffee's done. I made a little mess, but it's okay. And now let's go wake him up because it's 8 a.m. Let's go check on the other guy. I guess everybody is just dead asleep right now. But not today. Time to wake up. Time for school. Alright, let's go. Ya te preparé el café y todo. Wake up. Wake up. So we're going to be on our way to the Forest Bakery because I remember that they are open in this week, and this like their final week before they go on vacation for the holidays. And so I was like, oh, I should probably take them to it. And so right now I'm kind of rushing them because it's like 8:25 and they open at 9. So we ended up coming to the Forest Bakery and we got our goods already, but they're out here suffering a little because they're not used to the cold, and it's just funny. So look at them. So we're finally back into the car and they are suffering supposedly because it's cold, but I don't think it's cold. First and foremost, it's like 40 degrees right now and it's like not even that cold, but they're out here suffering. you can tell they're from California, you know?
40 degrees is like absolutely freezing in California.
The 40 degrees does not exist in California.
Yeah.
Mom is organizing the Christmas tree and making it all lively and whatnot. And we did a lot of progress, like a lot. It's an understatement on how much a lot is. So this is the living room. Now we have the little two couches or whatever. I finally took out the TV from the stand thing or whatever. So now it's just sitting here. And it's just there living. These are all my children and their play bin because I took them out of the couch. And then the Christmas tree is kind of up and running. It's kind of cutesy, very demure, I guess. And so then now we actually clean the living, well, kind of, sort of. There's still a lot of mess, but you know, slow progression. So I don't know if you guys remember that I talked about how my mom supposedly bought some curtains, but they turns out to be really small. They ended up, look. How do you feel? How do you feel?
Good.
It's cold?
Yeah.
Look at all the little gremlins. Where's the child at? Where's my main child? Oh, there she is. We are in the process of making this place a lot prettier. Mom and, well, primarily mom. My siblings didn't really do anything, but my mom helped a lot. A lot. But I'm kind of like losing the momentum at this point, but it's okay. I'm like still trying to figure it out. But overall, the house is getting its shape and it's looking mighty spiffy now. Danny's here, and he's playing the League of Legends fighting game, which I don't even know what to call.
I'm lagging.
What's it called?
2XKO.
2XKO. I never played it. I fixed my whole like house up already, and it's now organized and neat. But those three boxes, this one, and this one, are nothing but books. This one is like technology, but that's beside the point. These are all books, and if I don't get a bookshelf or bookshelves, they're just gonna be in that corner for like ever. Look at Sebastian.
Hi.
I did end up buying my bookshelves, so we're gonna try to build them. Sebastian is organizing all the stuff, even though he's probably messing everything up, to be honest. I just got done eating breakfast, and now I'm eating my little pastry. Look, it's a muffin from Costco. So cute. But I'm here with mom. Say hi, mom. We are here. We're inside of like the downtown Detroit with the Christmas tree, and everybody is over there. Is ice ring, ice skating. There is a massive, and we have everything. Sebastian's here. Look at him. Look at him. Hot chocolate liqueur, and then Sebastian got a special edition cup with, it kind of looks like a Shirley Temple, but I'm not really sure. And then mom got a gingerbread one, and then Danny didn't get nothing because he's being he's doing the gram, you know what I mean? He's trying too hard.
So high. Oh my god.
Can you skate?
Yeah. If I could skate on a skateboard, I could skate on these things. There's no way.
I don't know about that. We're on our way to the Hudson Plaza because we want to see the super big teddy bear. Update. We have found the teddy bear. There it is. We took the photo with the little teddy bear. Yay!
A ver, fíjate.
Look, I'm done. And it looks nice. Happy Christmas Eve. Happy.
Happy Christmas Eve.
Or in the background, my mother has been arranging the house so it could be festive. So she's working on this, I guess, photo frame arc thing. We have Sebastian cooking breakfast, quote unquote, and then we have all the Mexican cuisine starting and unfolding.
Tamales.
You got tamales, we have pozole, and so on and forth happening. I managed to fix some of my bookshelf, but not entirely because I was like doing it and then I was just like, I'm tired, I'm lazy. And so I stopped doing it. But here's the assessing the situation of where I'm at right now. This is like my manga books, my comic books, and then stuff like that. This is like more books, more YA. I am officially done with my books. Look at it. So beautiful. I have my YA stuff. This is like all the books that are like about teaching and stuff. And then this is all manga. And at the bottom is comic books. And we finally had a little like Christmas Eve dinner. We already had it. It was all nice and cutesy and very demure. And now everybody is in a food coma. Look at them. Look at them. Okay, Mom. How you feel?
Good.
Oh.
You go for Jack search. It's like they're every day.
Ya, chonchon.
Look at Mom.
Te vas tú, Junior, hombre, no. No mames. Mira los pelos. Mira. No.
We haven't done anything in our lives.
Nope.
We've been actually just bed rotting for literally the entire day today. Right?
Not a single thing we've done.
Want to tell something to the fans?
What?
Never mind. And we are at White Castle. What is your expectations?
My expectations is that I'm gonna be able to eat one of the sliders in one bite. If I can. One bite, right?
We are preparing ourselves to try to establish everything for New Year's. And so we're going to take down this arrangement because this was Christmas. So we're going to take this down and we're going to end up doing some New Year's vibe type of aesthetic. And then my mom ended up purchasing these like hats for like the boys. And then she ended up purchasing like other stuff, balloon wise, and like Happy New Year's and all this other shebang. So at some point or another, probably tomorrow, we are gonna make this place look nice. Where'd you go, Mom?
Chonchon. Ay, no, chonchon.
My mom was decorating, or she's beginning to decorate, and there is some sort of progress. So look, we have like a little wall, like a picture wall that says Happy New Year. We are gonna modify this one because she doesn't want the red and green balloons, so she wants to pop it because that's like Christmas oriented, and she wants to put it like gold and black and white and like silverish or whatever. But I mean, I kind of feel like it's kind of like a waste of balloons, but you know, I guess we need to go find what we're gonna be cooking for New Year's Eve / day. I'm thinking that we were gonna be making birria. But I'm not really sure where exactly to go purchase the whole endeavor. Like, there is a Mexican market here in Detroit, in Mexican Town. So maybe I'm gonna go there, but I just don't know where would it be the ideal place to go and grab the products. Update: it is currently 3:20 p.m. and we made it to the Mexican Town Bakery. As you can see, it's very lively here. I got my drink. We bought a lot of stuff from Costco again, and we went to go buy some things that we needed for New Year's Eve. So we ended up buying the meat for the birria. We ended up buying more beans because we're gonna make frijoles en puerco, like pork beans. And then we're gonna be making rajas con queso, like the poblano peppers with like cheese, and have it all sauteed or whatever. And then also we ended up buying some vegetarian meat, like at the plant-based Impossible Burger meat for Sandy, and ended up buying some other like lentils because we're gonna make lentil soup and stuff like that. Look at the decoration. It's like a tablecloth and everything. And then here's a little booth corner. Wow. And so right now, my kitchen looks like a mess. We have beans in here. We have pork beans here. We're making the bacon for the pork beans. And then this is birria, which is the meat stew thing, whatever. And then we still have to make some other things. Last night when I picked up Sandy, because she's here now, I went to Myers. I went to 2 different Myers to try to look for poblano peppers, and I could not find them. So update, it is currently 3:22 p.m. and we are in Ferndale, Michigan, and we are trying so hard to find this tofurkey ham and tofurkey turkey, whatever, etc., but like it is pouring snow right here. Look at this. Oh, you can't really see it, but my whole window is taking a photo. You can see everything. But we are on our way to Whole Foods. Maybe we find it. Probably not, but we'll see. And then, look, Sandy's finding it alive.
I was really tired.
Yeah. She was really tired, but now she's alive. Barely.
I almost didn't make it last night. I really didn't make it.
But now we're here, and then we'll see if we find it. But my hopes are very, very low right now. We are in winter. You can't really see it, but it's like actually snowing. This is cool. We're at Whole Foods trying to find this stupid turkey. But, oh my god, look at this. I'm like covered. This is fun. I like this. Is that we didn't realistically find the tofurkey, the ham, or the turkey, but we ended up finding a substitution at Whole Foods. So we have something. Update! It is currently 8:40 and we are all celebrating, I was going to say Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, and peep the fit, you know? I don't know. I'm wearing some some jeans. And this is like a nice type of an air. And then Uggs. So you can't really see it because it's really bright, but today is Thursday, January 1st, 2026, and I just want to say Happy New Year's.
Feliz año nuevo, mi niño hermoso. ¿Dónde está el...
Okay, Mom. So, esta sección va a ser en español, pero yo la voy a trasladar en inglés aquí. So, a los fans que tengo, personas que ven mi video, ¿qué les tienes que decir para el año nuevo?
Pues que feliz año nuevo, que Dios los bendiga, deseándoles mucha salud, prosperidad y abundancia.
What you gotta say to the people?
It's been weeks. I've lived in the cold.
Do you like Michigan?
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty.
He likes the cold. You're like a polar bear.
Yeah.
I've never seen such color for a car like that. That is very green, my friend. My mom and my brother are currently outside of my house building a snowman because they've never seen snow or even touched snow. Everybody's alive now. I did that whole meme of like, if I'm not getting any sleep, then you're not getting any. We are in the Detroit Zoo. We are coming to the Wild Nights, and it's pretty nice and pretty thematic on the whole snow aspect of things. Super
Sí,
nice.
pero es que como estoy tomando video no le agarra esto.
Oh, hello there.
What the hell? Look at it. It's unlimited hot chocolate. Look at her. Look at the little otters. The beaver habitat. Where they be? Where they be? Are they in there? No? Man. It's quite chilly. But look, there's capybaras. Look. Well, they're not real, but you know, decoration capybaras.
We're learning.
We're learning that we need boots badly.
Boots. We need good gloves.
Yeah, these are good when it comes to wiping down
I
the
should have worn
snow,
my heat tech.
but they suck to keep my hands warm. But you know, back to the event. Wow, that's a nice twee.
Full story.
Can you get out of my frame, sir? Look at them. They just destroyed everything. Even the Christmas trees. Little one. Now we gotta take off the Christmas tree from over there and do a bunch of other stuff. And we are at Target. Well, I'm here at Target. I wanted to go to Barnes & Noble, but it's closed right now.
That's why I'm here.
And it's open in like about 45 minutes.
Or else I wouldn't be here.
And then maybe we might go to Michael's. And then maybe, I don't know what's around here, but we'll go somewhere. Then also we're going to IKEA.
That's why I'm here.
I had mentioned that I was gonna buy the Carl book. What is this book actually called? Give me a second. It is called Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I bought it. But the sad thing about this whole endeavor is that mom and brother are finally gonna go home tomorrow, and so they're prepping their stuff right now in order to leave, and they're like all over the place, just walking around trying to do. Look at that. Look at them. They're getting themselves situated. Everything is fine and dandy on that end, but it's kind of sad. I know, right? Everybody's up and at 'em. Look at them. Everybody's up because they're going to the airport. We have arrived to the airport, and now they're leaving. What do you got to say to the people, Sebastian?
I want to come back here again.
More espresso, less depresso. We are at Doe's Coffee. There's also a bunch of little geese over there, and I don't think you can see them, but I'm gonna try my best to make you see them. As you can see, I am bed rotting or couch rotting right now. And I'm not really feeling very optimistic or very enthusiastic or motivated to do anything today, to be perfectly honest. Honestly, I'm really lazy. And earlier today, I kind of sort of took a nap. I don't really know if it was a nap. I like closed my eyes and I like fell asleep for like, I think like 5 to 10 minutes and called it a day. And now I'm just here. I just want to say that I finalized my syllabi for both of my classes at Oakland Community College and my one English class or my one composition class for Macomb Community College. They're basically exactly the same thing. The only caveat is that I have to fluctuate some of the teaching aspects from Macomb as opposed to Oakland because they have more days off than Oakland. So it is what it is on that regard, but everything is done. I modified their D2L/Canvas page. I inputted the prompts. I inputted the project that they would be doing. I inputted my weekly journals. I did everything. And honestly, oh my God, yeah, last night I was exhausted. And I was just like, I went to bed. I literally laid down. I was like probably doom scrolling for like I don't even know, like probably like 5 minutes, and then afterwards I knocked out. The one thing that did make me sad about yesterday was the fact that I've been going on this whole trend of like reading every day for like 30 minutes to an hour, and today I did not, or yesterday I did not get to do that, and so it didn't necessarily like upset me a lot, but it did make me a little bit sad, I'm not gonna lie. I still need to do my American literature class, my syllabus, and the whole class in general. But in light of that, there's a lot of things that I had to do. Humanesque side. There is dishes to put back, dishes to clean. I have to cook right now, and the world is spinning without me being in it. The other thing is that I want to read because I didn't get the chance to read last night, and I need to do some journaling, and then I also need to actually prepare for tomorrow because tomorrow is my first day into the semester, so we're gonna have to embody that whole spiel. I'm kind of excited, but I'm also kind of stressed. These past like 3 or 4 days have been nothing but stressful according to my Aura ring, and I don't know, brother. I don't know what to tell you. The exciting thing is that tomorrow is officially the first day of the winter semester. And so, what that means is that tomorrow, my first class is going to be at Macomb Community College. I've never been on the campus. I've never been in the general vicinity of like the parking space. I don't even know where I'm supposed to be going. I don't know anything. And so, I don't know. I am kind of excited. I am kind of nervous. I am kind of all over the place, to be perfectly honest. But hopefully it works out. I'll let you guys know tomorrow. I mean, while it's happening, right? But right now, I think I'm going to call mom. Hello, Trisha.
Hola. Nada, aquí comiendo.
Today is our first day of lecture at Macomb Community College, and we start at 10 a.m., but it is like about a 30-minute drive, give or take. So we're heading out now just because A, I don't know where I'm supposed to be parking, B, I don't know what building I'm supposed to be going to, and then C, I don't know where my classroom actually is. So I'm all over the place. So before I even think to believe that I can make it there on time in like a normal fashion sense, I'm gonna make sure I do my due diligence and get there earlier and assess the whole situation. And we made it to campus. Look. It wasn't that bad. It was a drive though, so I need to like pick up a podcast or something in order to like do something productive with my drive. I was thinking of doing audiobooks, but then I'm more of an annotator, so I kind of want to annotate the books that I'm reading, so I don't really know how that's going to go about it, but I do know that I need to do something. I guess I could still continue to listen to music, but not really sure. We are at Wayne State University. We finally came. It's like a 30 or 34-minute drive from like Wayne to here. Like Jesus, from Macomb to here at Wayne. But right now, I am on my way to the student center so I can get my own Starbucks from the girls here. I wonder if they're there. I'm pretty excited to see them again, but we'll see. Look, got our coffee, and then I found Josh. As you can see, Jesus, we are currently in our Oakland Community College new classroom for us to teach at 8:30. Originally, for some reason, I thought that my class was going to be at 8 a.m. and it turns out it's at 8:30. So I got here relatively early, but it's okay because I need to set up my classroom and all that jazz. But now I know that I don't need to wake up at 6 in the morning like I did today in order to do so. Well, probably still the same thing, to be perfectly honest, but it's kind of whatever. The classroom that I am in is relatively big and spacious, but it's kind of awkward. So it's going to be a class of 25 students, which I haven't counted the seating, but look at how it looks. It's all spaced out. And as you can see, I'm laying down in bed after a very teaching intensive day, which is pretty fun. Honestly, my classes were pretty fun, even though it is like syllabus day and not really much happens. You do the stereotypical introduction where you like tell each other, like tell them who you are, what you do, etc., blah, blah, blah. And we were having fun. I tend to be kind of like a quote unquote comedian when I'm teaching my classes, but I try my best to make them laugh. Now, whether they are corny jokes or whether I'm actually funny, that's up to interpretation. But I'd like to think that I'm doing a good job to some extent. So some of them laugh, some of them are having a good time, some of them were asking a lot of questions actually, not necessarily for the class orientation, even though some of them was, but they were asking about like me and like because I come from San Diego and blah blah, and it was super cool. I had, despite the fact that it was an 8 a.m. or like 8:30 a.m. class and a 10 a.m. class, they were very active and very like, I'm gonna I'm in it to win it type of aesthetic. And I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. But two things are happening right now in regards to situating myself and figuring out what I want to do with my life. And one of those things is that I'm debating whether or not I want to go see Charlie Puth. Charlie Puth. And it's happening in Detroit, Michigan, May 19th. And they have a world tour. And because I am a City Rewards or City person credit card, the tickets are pretty cheap. They're like $54 per person. And I'm debating if I want to go. Tomorrow is the release of the Bruno Mars tour. And he's going to be in Detroit, Michigan as well, May 9th. And that is crazy because assuming that I end up doing that whole spiel of like things that I'm already doing, on May is going to be my busiest month. And we are currently in a class, a Zoom class. And we are in research practice, I think, with Dr. Jenkins. And the whole class has one particular project that I'm actually really interested in, and that's the final one. The whole class is primarily talking about community writing and community everything. So Dr. Jenkins specializes, or her whole idea or identity, I guess, is community writing, community engagement, etc., like bringing people into all this whole spiel. And even though like that's not my cup of tea, I kind of like the foundation that she made her class in, which is like at the end, she has like a group project that involves the entire class, but also involves like Dr. Goodrich, yeah, which is our chair or dean of the English department, and Dr. Suzak, which is our director of the writing center here. And essentially, long story short, we are going to be collaborating all together to write a report or a, article so we can publish and so on and forth. But I guess I have to stop now because class is in session. So we'll talk about it later. And we got done being in the class, and that was officially our first day of class, and everything was fine and dandy. It was a really nice class. It does seem, on paper, it honestly seems a little bit intense, and not necessarily because like there's a lot of like busy work. It's because it is a lot of like singles oriented like works, but they require like commitment. It's not like, oh, like here's a discussion board, you do it and you like leave and you never see it again. It's more, for example, one of our paper has to talk about like the community service that we did or like the volunteering that we did, and we have to volunteer, like we have to actually do like 5 hours of volunteering. And so it's kind of like and then yes, like I can volunteer in like some random place and call it a day, but I always like took it to heart when people were saying like whatever you do in your PhD program, do it with like the intention of like helping you or like it aids your studies or whatever, blah blah. And so I'm trying to think of what area here in Detroit or like in Michigan altogether has like some sort of community event or community aspect where I can like volunteer that is in correlation with me. I do know that there is like a tech town. That's what it's called. I don't really know what it embodies or what it has. And I do know that we have like a faculty, I believe his name is Dr. Seth Grogan. And then the other one is Zuzak, Chris Zuzak, or something like that. And so I know that they have like ties with those particular people in Tech Town. So I spoke to Dr. Jenkins in the class and I told her my whole like spiel, and she said that she will talk to them and let me know what's happening or what's up. So cool. I have to go teach my American literature class tomorrow. And quite honestly, I don't have anything to some extent. Like, I do have part of the syllabus done, and I do have a general spiel or a general idea of what's going to embody the syllabus or like embody the class. But then the crappy thing about this whole endeavor is that I haven't situated myself in like regarding what are the major assignments, what are the major projects, etc., just because of this like this influx of like just being all over the place and just like not having a sense of structure. Assuming that we're going to meet tomorrow, we are going to talk in correlation to this whole like big issue, and then we're going to say what we have to say regarding the class. We have to talk about how it's going to be a reading heavy class, obviously, and then we're going to talk about like what it is to come in this upcoming weekend, because I plan to work on my syllabus on Saturday and Sunday, and then probably release everything class oriented on Monday or like on Sunday night or whatever, so they can start Monday morning to like read and etc., and then be prepared for Friday. So maybe class was as good as it was gonna get with the chaotic energy that we are like embodying in that spiel thing. First and foremost, I want to say that I got the Charlie Puth tickets, but I did not get the Bruno Mars tickets. The Bruno Mars tickets were like ridiculously priced, and I didn't want to pull the plug or whatever. I did get the Charlie Puth, and then like lo and behold, I don't know if it was today or I think it was yesterday, Pitbull announced his tour, and I'm dying. So I think on my bucket list, the two people that I really want to watch overall in the like some point in my life, hopefully now a lot later, before later, because they're getting older, is Pitbull and Bruno Mars. Those are like in my bucket list, and I could have sort of watched both of them, but I don't know, Bruno, why are you so expensive? Hopefully Pitbull is not that expensive either. I went to go check right now Bruno Mars tickets, and they're like $500 and something, and I was just like, for two, that's like $1,000 something. And I was laughing because a lot of the comment section was like, oh, like I use my FAFSA for this. I don't get FAFSA. Pitbull, I signed up for his pre-sale, and they're gonna be happening sometime soon. I don't even remember when, but I signed up for him, and hopefully I get the tickets. And if I do, I'm a like fangirl out. So I don't really know. I do have a couple of EDM events slash concerts to go to over the span of 2026, and I'm quite happy for it. My 2026 already feels very cluttered with a lot of traveling, quote unquote. Majority of it here is here in Michigan, primarily in Grand Rapids, all the way up there. But I do have some both PhD related aspects of traveling, and then I have individual personal life travels. So I'm already blessed with that. So I'm already happy. I ended up finishing all things Macomb Community College for the American Literature class. Thank God. I managed to do their syllabi. I managed to do their course calendar. I managed to do their course readings that they're going to do throughout the semester. I managed to do the prompts for their major assignments, and I managed to separate those prompts into little sections so they can be like manageable and they can turn them in and blah blah, and it doesn't feel like I give them the assignment right now and then 2 weeks later they've turned in the final project or whatever. It was a roller coaster of events in the sense of like it was kind of annoying to kind of situate what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to read some particular Toni Morrison's snippets or like poems or whatever from the book, but then they didn't really correlate with the theme that I was going for in that particular week. And then same thing goes with like other people. Like I wanted to read Faulkner and some of the other ones, and then again it didn't match or something like that. Like it just depends on what I wanted to do. It's, like I said, some of them fit, some of them didn't. Some of them that I wanted to fit didn't fit, and I was getting irritated. And so I managed to like take a break at some point and like walk away from it and then come back and finish it and blah blah. Now I officially finished it, like I said, and I sent out an email to all of them saying like, hey, like your stuff is officially done. Obviously I just did it, and maybe it might need to be altered or modified or changed or whatever, revised, but we're gonna just ride with what we have right now. Just to give a general snippet of what happened yesterday or last night before we close out the video, the correct answer is not much, honestly. I ended up working on some things for Oakland Community College and Macomb Community College, and trying to situate myself on that end of the stick. I managed to do my, as a student, I managed to do my discussion board for my technology writing or whatever it's called in the digital storytelling class, and so I'm caught up in the sense of like doing stuff both as a PhD student and maybe kind of sort of as a professor, but I ended up not really doing much after that in terms of actually being productive. I did, however, though, end up doing some gaming. I did end up spending some time with my friends on Discord and having a good time and yada yada. All spending time together, we were laughing, making stupid jokes, and all that shebang. But today kind of seems like a boring day. But besides that being the point, I do have to close out the video for last week. So, hi, my name is Manuel Gonzalez. I am a PhD student here in Wayne State University in Detroit, Michigan. I am a student, a teacher, a faculty, an adjunct, a human, etc., etc. And this YouTube channel is a week in the life content where I show you the life of a PhD student and the life of a teacher, of a lecturer, professor, adjunct, etc., etc. You get to see the ups, the downs, the lefts, and the rights from me, and you get to experience whether I'm crashing out or doing something successful. This week, probably kind of sort of a really boring week to some extent, but hopefully the ones to come are going to be pretty interesting. I know for a fact the next week is probably going to be interesting, but with that being said, if you're new here, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a new subscriber and a new watcher. Hopefully you like the content. Hopefully you like it enough to come back. And if you're a returning person, thank you for watching. So with that being said, I'll talk to you guys next week.